So with the Lebanese public now infuriated with their leadership, how exactly will the blast in Beirut affect the ruling class? Joining us to discuss is Middle East expert and chair of Professors for a Strong Israel, Dr. Mordechai Kedar. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us today. Now, let's start with the public's perception of the government in Lebanon. How has that changed throughout the crises in Lebanon and now with this explosion?
Well, it all depends on whom they blame. So far, they are blaming the former government, which accepted a cargo of nitrat ammonium to be stored in the harbor of Beirut. I don't buy this story because this is not a material which explodes so easily. You need to really detonate it in a way which nobody did it. What happened actually is, in my view, is that there was a big storage or warehouse full of ammunition and explosives and most probably fuel for missiles, which is very combustible. And in the heat of August, and yesterday it was very hot, and the whole storage or the warehouse is made of iron, it blew up. And this is what happened. But Hezbollah wants to cover it, and they announced less than an hour after the whole blast that the whole thing was because of this nitrate, and in order to cover the real reason. Hezbollah's guardians were in the spot in order to make sure that nobody's coming there. Why did they do it? And it is well known that Hezbollah actually controls the harbor. And they were using it in order to import all kinds of things which are too dangerous to import through Damascus airport, because Israel keeps attacking the warehouses there in Damascus.
So Dr. Kedar, Dr. Kedar, with that in mind, how will Hezbollah's hold on the government of Lebanon be affected?
Hezbollah holds the government by the throat, and they know it very well. And they are very cautious, because if they say something which Hezbollah doesn't like, Hezbollah might do to them what it did to Rafik Hariri, and maybe tomorrow we'll know exactly who did it, and many others, 20 and Shidiak, many of the Lebanese were blown up mysteriously, of course, by Hezbollah, because they were talking against Hezbollah, and Hezbollah didn't like them. So this is the way how Hezbollah shuts up the mouths of people whom they don't like. So people are very cautious, and people will say whatever Hezbollah dictates to them to say, only because they want to keep their heads connected to their shoulders.
I see. All right. So my final question, if you can quickly answer, Israel is trying to send aid. Do you think that this incident, as terrible as it is, might actually bring the two countries any closer?
Between Israel and Lebanon?
Yes.
As long as Hezbollah controls Lebanon, and so far this is the situation, and it's not a new situation.
Okay, Dr. Kedar, thank you so much for your insights.